For those of you who thought Dick Reynolds would be inducted as a Hall of Famer because of his pole vaulting prowess, I don't want to disappoint you. He was a pretty good pole vaulter back in the day. Earned 12 college letters, a pretty good athlete, obviously, track, basketball. Multi-talented he was. But Dick Reynolds of Otterbein University is the most successful basketball coach in the history of the Ohio Athletic Conference. He was the first to win conference championships in 4 different decades. And he's been selected as the OAC Coach of the Year 8 different times. The highlight came in 2001-2002 when the Cardinals won the NCAA Division III championship. They were picked to finish 6th in the OAC that year, probably by the media. Coaches are smarter than that. Otterbein won the regular season title and postseason tournament and finished 30-3. In Reynolds' 36 seasons prior to 2008-2009, Otterbein has had a 618 and 359 record, advancing to the NCAA tournament 13 times. The Cardinals have won or shared the regular season title 11 times and won the postseason tournament 8 times. He's going into his 38th year of coaching coming up this season. And to quote him, he says, "Coaching to me is not wins and losses. Yeah, you like the wins, but I've stayed at Otterbein because I like the situation. I like the people. I like what I'm doing here." And we like standing up for a much-deserved coach heading into the Hall of Fame, Coach Dick Reynolds.
Thank you. Sam, you're my favorite. You have always been my favorite. And all those guys you assigned to my games that sometime, I love them too. You keep reminding those officials that since I've turned 65, there's a thing called Alzheimer's. I really don't mean all those things I say on the bench. There's a reason for it. But I would like to thank everyone that made this possible, the committee, and it's a great thing. Basketball has been a common denominator for just about everyone in this room, and it's no different with me. The award I look at in really 3 different parts. From the first part, the administration at Otterbein College. I've been at Otterbein College for 37 years, and they've had a couple times in there that they may have had a good opportunity to say, well, maybe you should not stay here. When I won 600 games, I had a friend at Albion, Michigan, Mike Turner, and he called me and he says, "Hey, it isn't the 600 wins that you have, it's the fact that you've done it at the same institution and you haven't ticked off the administration enough to the way they fired you." And that was the biggest accomplishment. But I certainly do appreciate that. And one of the guys responsible for it is Bob Gaddy, who's vice president for our student affairs, who's my boss. Bob, if you'd stand up over there, I'd appreciate it. He's been with me for a long time. Obviously, the next thing is we just absolutely cannot say anything about the game of basketball, those of us who are coaches, without the players. I don't mean to make small of this award by any stretch of the imagination. I'm extremely humble, but I would not be where I am had it not been for the athletes that I've had. I've had some tremendous athletes at Division III. I've had some young people over the years that have done the things that I've wanted to do, and they could flat out play the game. And for all of them, and there's a few of them here tonight, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you took the philosophies that the college had and that I had and made an award like this possible. And obviously, the biggest thing is my family. You talk about mothers, and I have to mention our mother. I have 3 brothers here, 2 from Dallas, Texas, and 1 from London. Guys, if you'd stand up over there, we had some awful good fights at home. One keeps me in line physically, the other keeps me in line spiritually, and the other checks me basketball. Gary's Coach Scotty May up in Sandusky, and he's one of my late night guys that I call on the telephone and keeps me humble. Other than that, the rest of my family, if you would stand up over there, my daughter and my son, Chad, instead of going against the coaching trend of Dad being on the road and doing this and that, they joined in. And the loveliness that we have for them as a father and a coach, my son, I certainly can't express it more. And lastly, after 43 years, anybody can stay with a man 43 years that does this game. My wife, Ellen, I want to thank her everybody, congratulations for those selected in here. And hopefully, as the time goes along here, this will get better and better. From my standpoint, I'm just very appreciative that you considered me for this. Thank you.